Retail therapy is essential for happiness. The things that I'm gonna say in this episode might be a little bit controversial, but all I ask is that you walk with me on this. Transmoodiness. A podcast where we proudly say the quiet part out loud and wear our hearts on our sleeve. Sipping a juice while listening to this podcast is encouraged. My name's Elisa. If you've never met me, my name is Elisa, and I like nice things. So I said retail therapy, but I'm really just talking about being materialistic. I think we need to be materialistic in some ways. I know that we are in an era of thrifting. I know we just left the era of minimalism, which played its part in the capitalism ring. I get it, but so does everything. Honestly, I feel like I go thrifting now and my jeans are the same price as brand new jeans. Now, maybe I don't understand something here, but what does being materialistic mean? There are two definitions. The first definition, excessively concerned with material possessions or money-oriented. And the second definition is relating to or denoting the theory or belief that nothing exists except matter and its movements and modifications. So they both feel a little bit self-centered. But I have an exercise for us. Close your eyes right now. Think back to when you were a kid and you wanted something so badly and you were gifted it. And remember that happiness feeling. You felt heard. You felt valued. You felt like there was a new level to you unlocking. And this new thing allowed you to express yourself in the new way that you are. When you have an interest and you are given that interest, you're given the opportunity to explore that interest. You're unlocking a new level of yourself. And in a very young mind, that's crucial to be able to feel those feelings. With all that comes confidence, higher self-esteem, enhanced self-identity, and is really a currency for you in a very intangible way. So I'm going to use the word currency, but when I refer to currency, I'm going to be meaning those intangible feelings. I think my generation, Gen Z, does understand this feeling of internal currency maybe a little bit too much. And that's not a conversation that I'm going to have today, but if we like this one, we can have the conversation about indulgence and gluttony. Sure, but we are talking about balanced consumption in this episode. But from when we were children and we knew that it was Christmas rolling around and we were going to get some new toys or some new clothes or whatever it was that we wanted to help us explore that newer, more evolved version of ourselves, that brought us so much joy and so much excitement. And now as adults, we're able to give ourselves that feeling even more. And so we understand getting that feeling from being able to express ourselves through clothes or being able to indulge in food. Every time we can get something to like fuel our body or help us express ourselves or find ourselves more, that makes us feel good. Now, as a 27-year-old, I didn't realize that self-identity was like the wealthiest a person can genuinely be. You know, around the teenage years, you lose yourself a little bit. You chase the interests of other people more than you do for yourself, and that's a canon event, and that's so needed. But then on the other side, you find yourself even more. It's like a big push to find yourself even more. And as you do that and you weed out the noise and you just continue to pour in yourself, that's when you start to find those other people that pour into you too. And I know we're talking about being materialistic, but it's deeper than you think. Deeper. The good thing about living in this era that we live in, we have access to so much information. And yes, that can have its trade-offs, but also if you really want to find something, you can find anything online. And like, I think we need to start blocking out the noise of like, don't get lost in translation because like something like your phone has like thrown you off the course. I think that there's just so many boundaries that need to be set with being materialistic, and that is where issues lie for a lot of people. But being materialistic is nothing less than just self-care. When you look good, you really do feel good. I feel like we kind of have lost the art of that. When you eat really fresh foods, you really do feel good. When you move your body, you really do feel good. And that's why something like a Pilates class can like look externally materialistic, but people really do understand the intrinsic value of feeling better. Now, I'm not saying these classes need to be $40 a class. I'm not saying any of that. That's and I can keep beating this dead horse, but you guys are literally so smart, you get it. You need to be pouring into yourself. You need to be getting yourself that thing that's going to push you to that next level. Sometimes it calls for getting that membership to that thing to take whatever you need to the next level. It's a tool to make life easier. I understand right now in life there is so much to not be proud or happy about, especially because we can find anything we want to find online. I do get that, but I also think it's important to set boundaries and pour into yourself. You can also pour into other things that like feel like someone else's world is crumbling. I get it. I do. I just feel like the best gift you can give to anyone is to take care of yourself first. So take care of yourself. Be more materialistic. Maybe it's the retail therapy. Maybe it's the something that like logically you'd be like, oh, this is a waste, but it's not a waste. It's your interest and that's who you are. And you need to divulge into that because being materialistic is a wealthy thing to be, but I'm talking about internal wealth. I'm talking about internal validation. Like all of that matters. When you look good, you know you look good. And the things that happen around you are typically more positive because you showed up the best way that you could show up. Figure out what that thing is to help you identify yourself better and understand yourself better and become more of yourself. You know, you don't have to live through the lens of others. It's really, really about removing all those other perceptions off of you so that you can blossom. Never forget that. That's what being materialistic is. That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel. Those are my thoughts. Be more materialistic. What do you think about that? How do you feel about that? Take care of yourself. I went to the beach yesterday. It was so lit. I literally took a nap on the beach. Transmoodiness podcast. You know I love you. Let me know if you guys like this setting. I was trying to do something. I'm still playing with it, but I hope you feel cozy. XOXO. Elisa girl. Thank you so much for listening to the Sunday Morning Juice Transmoodiness podcast. I want to hear your experiences and I want to hear what you have to say. So make sure to subscribe on Substack and wherever you get your podcasts. Join the community, join the chat room, and leave your comments. There is so much to unpack in this life. See you next Tuesday.